Hello, everybody. Look at that. Hello, hello. 6:30, March 13th. I see there are some people in the chat. So, what's going on, everybody? This is March's, I guess you could say it's the monthly DDM Q&A. So, got another stream at 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to be doing a sort of a roundtable with another bunch of individuals that are going to be looking to play some basic D&D tonight. So, what is going on, everybody? Hey, what's up, Pernicious Pilfer? What's going on, dude? Marcelo Santos. Hey, what's up, Marcelo? Yeah, so this is the Q&A. You guys just ask anything you want. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. There's no scripted I guess you could say agenda that I'm going to be talking about. So, well, what's up, Patrick? Good to see you, Patrick. Hey, Bella. What's up, Bella? You're munching on some Capriatus? What is that? Is that like something that's Italian? Is that like some Italian snack, Pernicious Pilford? so, sounds like something like a cannoli. Yes, Dave, I'm munching on some Capriatis. Sandwich. You're at a sandwich shop, or you're munching on something from a sandwich shop? So I've been waiting for UPS all day to deliver some of my from a sandwich shop. Okay, that's cool. An Italian sandwich shop. So yeah, I've been waiting around all day to get my miniature shelving. I'm going to be adjusting. In fact, I may move my bedroom in here, and then I may move this room into my bedroom. There will be a lot more room. I've only got 2 doors in there. I've got 4 doors in here. So I got the laundry room right there. There's the door here. And then immediately to my right that you can't see, I have 2 closets, and I have no room. So I'm actually thinking about just making this room my bedroom, because I'm all I do is go into my bedroom to sleep. So I may end up switching next week, switching the rooms around. So this is a Blue Yeti, called a Blue Yeti microphone. Exactly, Bella. I'll actually have room to put my shelves there, and you won't see doors behind me. And in fact, I'll probably get another shelf or so. But I'm hoping to have it organized here pretty soon. Hoping, anyways. Yeah, I'm opening up that case of minis on Friday. Can't wait to open up those minis. I can't wait to be. I'm so looking forward to be really disappointed with this series of Icons of the Realms miniatures. I'm truly looking forward to being disappointed. especially after that ship. Wow, what a letdown on that ship. A $250 just letdown. We'll call it. I'm going to name the ship. I should paint it on the side. We'll call it the Letdown. I think that's the name of the ship, the Letdown. Never mind. What's going on, Lord Martarius? Hello, Joe. What's up, Joe Fairweather? Because I don't think it's worth $250. I bought the ship to do combat in the ship. I didn't buy the ship to have pads that I can put on the table to mock where I'm doing combat. It kind of defeats the purpose of buying the ship. And plus, a lot of the pictures showed cannons and cannonballs and other utilities that would go with the ship, and all we got was the captain's wheel. We got cannon doors that open up with no cannons. You can't even get to it. I'm not removing the stairs, so I shouldn't have to. Well, no. I haven't messed with the stairs. When I was fiddling with the stairs, they didn't come off unless they're like clamped on somehow. But I mean, it's moot anyway. Yeah, it's just a piece of shit, in my opinion. So it ain't worth $250. And then that crooked sail is just ridiculous. I don't even like that. I'm probably gonna end up fixing that and drilling another hole and mounting it again instead of having some crooked, broken ass sail. Chaos Killer, what's up, man? The best D&D campaign I've ever seen. All of my D&D campaigns, I like all of them. They've all ended differently, but I think the recent Lost Mine of Phandelver, that was a great ending. So. What's up? What's up, Gary? Murder Hobo Show. What is going on, bud? I'll give you $250 and you'll let me jump into your crooked sail, big fella. Nice. What the heck is going on? There are a bunch of people here. So ask away. This is March's Q&A. So why don't, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. But I'm hoping by next month, I'm hoping that I'll be out of this smaller room and I'm going to move my office into the master bedroom and I'll have a lot more room there. I'll be able to put a lot more shelving. I'll be able to put a lot more shelving in there. But feel free to ask away. That's a good name of a ship there, Lance. Hornswoggle's Revenge. Murder Hobo Show. FD&D. Better not say that in here. All the D&D people in here will break out their pitchforks and their torches. Bent pole. What's up, Eric? How's it going, man? For Barbarian Fighter, I mean, I would probably just take enough Barbarian to get your totem. But other than that, I wouldn't take that much more. I mean, you get Rage at level 1 and everything else. I wouldn't go above the Primal Path, I think they're called. I wouldn't go above 3, whatever it is, level 3. Get you a nice half orc, so you get the bonus dice for damage. That would be good. Get you a nice half orc barbarian. That's what I would play. Marcella, that's a good question. Between D&D and Pathfinder, which do you think is easier to DM? By far, I think D&D 5e is easier. But when Pathfinder when Pathfinder 2 comes out in August, in less than 5 months, which I'm so looking forward to, I think Pathfinder 2 will be just as easy as D&D 5e. Murder Hobo Show. You should make little paper minis out of your dollar bills and make them walk the plank like that $250 did. Oh my God, there's no plank though. I guess I could make a makeshift plank. Yeah, that is awesome. That would be a great picture to tweet to WizKids. That would actually be a an awesome picture. Oh, $250 bills walked the plank on that fallen. Oh, Jesus, unbelievable. That's too good, Gary. That's too good. That was a good one. D&D 5e versus Pathfinder 2 here. 2e discuss. I'll be doing that later on, but Pathfinder 2nd Edition is an awesome game. The core rule book is going to be 600 pages. I mean, come on. The core book is going to be 600 freaking pages. That's going to be ridiculous. That's a lot of content. That's the expansion. Yeah, the core book. They announced it. They announced the release last Tuesday. It's going to be released on August 1st. So this is how I see it. All right. You got a very rule light system, D&D 5e. All right. D&D 5e is very easy. It's very player friendly. And in my opinion, at level 5, it's just ridiculous crazy for the players because of Fireball, Lightning Strike, extra attack, everything else. Let's face it, the game is easy. My players say it's easy. I've had other people in the Twitch community say D&D 5e is easy. And it should be like that. But I consider Pathfinder a little bit more crunchier. And what I mean by more crunchy is the monsters are definitely going to scale better than what the monsters in 5e scale. There's more crunch to the classes. There's a lot more choices. People love choices. So I think Pathfinder 2 is going to have a little bit more crunch to it than 5e. And I really hope Pathfinder 2, I hope people give it a chance because it's really going to be a good game. It's going to be a really, really good game. Hawk Sparrow, you want to run a Narcos style modern games, surviving as a cartel guy or trying to take you down. What system would I use? Something like that. I'd go Savage Worlds all the way, man. Hawk Sparrow, check out the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. It's new. It's revisited rules from the deluxe edition from Savage Worlds, and it's really good. If you want to do anything like that, I would go Savage Worlds all the way, without a doubt, man. Savage Worlds. Oh, and Murder Hobo Show said that, so yes, go Savage Worlds. Paul, what's up, Paul Kersey? You've been running the Pathfinder 2 playtest, and your players love it much more. In fact, you're running Strahd now just because after August they want to play Pathfinder 2. Hey, that's the same thing, and I'm going to be talking about that next week. And I'll also be talking about that in my video that's going to be coming out tomorrow, my monthly Digital Dungeon Master video. So yeah, I'll just kind of say it here. I want to phase 5e out. I mean, I hate to say it, but I love D&D 5e. I know that's what most of my viewers enjoy watching, but I've been playing D&D 5e for 5 years, over, probably 6 years because of the playtest. And it's not that I want to phase it out completely. I just don't want it to be in the forefront anymore. There's just too many great games out there that don't get enough attention, like the 800-pound elephant in the room does. So, but I do love D&D 5e. I'm not knocking it. So nobody put words in my mouth on Reddit or Twitter or YouTube comments or anything like that saying the Digital Dungeon Master is talking bad about 5e, because I'm not. I love the system. I just want to play other games. I just want to play other games. And my players know that too. And I'll mention it now. We're going to be starting a new game here in probably another month, probably in April, at the beginning of April. we are going to be starting a classic Dungeons and Dragons rule cyclopedia game. And I'm doing my monthly digital Dungeon Master vodcast tonight. We're going to be talking about this, and we're going to be going over everything that we're going to be doing in this game. This is going to be a long-term game. This is going to be a game that's not going to go anywhere. So I love basic Dungeons and Dragons. This is not the very, very, very first edition. This is like the second edition that was besides the small little paperback books from the middle 70s. So, but Dungeons and Dragons, I love this. This is Rule Cyclopedia. This is the first book that I ever bought with my own money as an adult. I love the world of Mystara, the known world, the hollow world. I love it. So we're going to start playing it. I've been wanting to do it for years, and I'm just saying, hey, to hell with it. That's what I'm going to be playing. So it's going to be a webcam game. Most of my games have not been webcam games for years, but this game is this is mandatory to have webcams. We're going to wear elf ears or whatever else we have to do. I think the game's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining, and I'm going to have between 6 and 8 players for this game because, wow. Do you guys hear that wind howling? We've been having a hell of a windstorm the last week. And if my internet goes out or my power goes out, I apologize in advance and I will reschedule this for a later date. But we've been getting a lot of bad wind up to 70 miles an hour for the last week. We've been getting it actually from Colorado, from the Colorado area. So, yeah. So I'm going to be playing basic D&D. Right now we have I have 2 5e games going right now. I've got my Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We'll probably do a couple levels of it, and then we'll probably do something else like Starfinder. So I think that group will be into Starfinder, and that will be on Friday. So we'll do a couple levels of Undermountain. We'll take a break, and we'll do some Starfinder. Now on Saturdays, I also do a campaign that is Dragon Heist. We're going to wrap up. We're going to finish Dragon Heist, and once we finish Dragon Heist, we are going to do probably Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So that's going to be for Saturday will be Pathfinder. Then also Saturday, off weeks of that will be D&D Classic, and then probably Starfinder on Friday. Now, I want to do some Savage Worlds stuff too, because I really love Savage Worlds, and I love the new Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, or as the Murder Hobo Show has coined the term, SWAT-A, but it seems like most people call it Suede. But we'll just call it SWAT-A to sound more fancy. So yeah, I want to do some Savage Worlds stuff. I really want to do that. Weird Wars. I want to do Solomon Kane, and I probably want to do East Texas University. So those 3 I'd like to do, and I'd like to do those within this year too. I think that would actually be really fun. So, Joe, you think Pathfinder 2 is going to rock? I think it is too, man. I really enjoyed it. As you can see, I bought the playtest books up there. They were obsolete the day they came out because they were changing stuff, but I'm really looking forward to it. I've got all of the Starfinder subscriptions. As you can see, I have all of the Starfinder stuff. I need to make a decision. Do I want to continue Starfinder subscriptions, or do I want to move to Pathfinder subscriptions? So, because I'm not going to do both at the same time. That would just be way too much money. So I'm definitely looking forward to Pathfinder coming out. There's no doubt about that. I like the crunchiness. I like the crafting system. I love the resonance system. I like the way the classes are built. I like no attacks of opportunity, except for the fighter and a paladin at level 8. I just really like the system. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be quick, and I think it'll be just as good as 5e. But it'll have more to it than 5e. So I mean, yeah. Paul, yeah, the new Savage Worlds is awesome. It sure is. Can you still get the box set? I think you can. I think you can still buy. I think you can still buy it if you miss the Kickstarter, Hawk. Why would I only go to the Primal Path? I mean, what else do you really need? I mean, if you're gonna, first off, you're gonna have to play a high level campaign. Most games don't go over what levels 3, 4, or 5. So first off, you need to know if the game's going to last before you start wanting the multi-class, because you're just going to gimp yourself. That's my opinion. So if you're going to do a long-term game, yeah, multi-class it. But I mean, if you're going to go low level, I'd just go up the Primal Path just to get the goodies, and for rage and resistance. That's all you need. And especially with a fighter, that's going to put you in God mode anyway. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. A fighter with action surge and everything else and resistance. I mean, that's just like it's overkill. I don't allow multi-classing in my games. Actually, I don't like, because it's such a player-friendly game, and every DM's different. But I want the game to be a challenge for my players. And with all these crazy multi-class variations, I mean, it can just get that much more ridiculous. So that's why I don't do it. But I mean, it just depends. If low level game, I really wouldn't even worry about I wouldn't even worry about multi-classing, because it's going to be over before you even know it. So yeah. But if it's long term, yeah. But I would still just go to 3. I mean, there's really nothing else you need, to be honest. Yeah, they need to do some more stuff besides the Sword Coast. I will say that, Pernicious Pilfer. Murder Hobos show, you say D&D nostalgia. It's the old stuff that us men grew up on. Yeah, that's why I'm looking to play Dungeons and Dragons, because it's hardcore, man. I mean, that game is ridiculous. You fail a save versus death saving throw, save versus death ray, and guess what? You die. There's no taking half damage. There's no give in D&D, and I like that. I want my players to say, wow, I'm worried about opening this trap. I could get poked by a needle and do a save versus poison or die. That's what I want. I want my players to be on edge. I want them to know that they have the possibility of dying. Not like in 5e. Nobody ever runs from stuff in 5e. They don't even run from Tiamat or Ogremok. Oh, level 5 characters, we're just going to go in and kill it. I'm exaggerating there a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. You started digging out your 2e stuff. That's cool, Hawk. I like 2e, but there's a lot more stuff than basic Dungeons and Dragons. If you're going to play a fighter, you're just called a fighter. You're a human by default. If you're going to play an elf, you're an elf by default, and you're sort of like a fighter and a magic user. Cleric is human. You're just a cleric. There's no independent classes and races that combine. You're just a halfling, and halflings have better saving throws, and they get some thief stuff. The dwarves, they're just a dwarf, but they get fighting powers. They get some of the fighter special abilities, and they get better saving throws too. So yeah, it's awesome. Everybody needs different XP for their classes, and yeah, I just like that. Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, that Hawk D&D 5e is going to be around as long as D&D 2nd edition was. I can see D&D 5e is still fairly new at 5 years. It's been out since 2014. So I can see D&D, and I've said this since day one of D&D 5e, and people called me batshit crazy for saying this, but I said D&D 5e could have a 20-year lifespan, because D&D is more popular than it's ever been. They're on all the #1 bestseller list. And I really think that it would have a longevity of D&D 2nd edition. which D&D second edition lasted from the early 80s up to 2003, 2004 when they finally shut it off. In fact, D&D third edition was out and they were still putting products out for D&D second edition, which I think they should still do that now. But of course, they throw an edition away when a new one comes out now. So yeah, you can get all that stuff print on demand, like the Rule Cyclopedia. You could pick it up for what, $20-$30 print on demand. I need to get one because I need to stop using this book because I don't want to tear it up. This is in really great shape. It's probably worth about $200. I've seen them for. I've seen a couple people. I've heard of a couple people getting lucky and getting them for like $60-$70. So if you can get them for that price, I don't even care if you don't even play the edition. Buy it because that's a great book with a lot of resale value to it. Especially like all my old gazetteers and stuff from D&D. These things are like $100-$200 a piece. I'm like, my Hollow World books are like $100 a piece. I'm like, holy shit, this stuff is worth a lot of money. So you're getting big wins in Vegas too? Ooh, yeah, we've had big wins for a week now. Brad Pitt are you trolling us? What's up, Will Ray Percy? Are you trolling us about Brad Pitt? Did Brad Pitt die? Come on. I don't think Brad Pitt died. Come on. That would be all over the internets. I don't think he's dead. No, you don't have to multi-class in Pathfinder 2.0, but it is in there. Yep. Well, yeah, you like races and well, that's not in D&D. D&D would not be for you then, Hawk Sparrow. D&D is very, very vanilla. It's very plain, but it is a great game. Yeah, I think he meant Luke Perry, not Brad Pitt. How often do I run a homebrew campaign? I'd like to, but I don't have a lot of time. And I like details, and I don't have the time to do all those details, Marcelo. So I work a full-time job. I work full-time for Fantasy Grounds, and I just don't have a lot of time. I barely have enough time to do what I do now. So any chance Fantasy Grounds will ever support D&D 1 and 2? Of course. There's an advanced Dungeons and Dragons first and second edition rule set now that's community made by Celestion. So you can go ahead and just Google Project AD&D, Google Fantasy Grounds Project AD&D or Advanced Dungeons and Dragons rule set, and there is a rule set for you, Ragnar. Ragnar Lothbrok. So keep asking questions, guys. Yeah, it's no problem, Ragnar. Not a problem at all. So feel free to ask any questions, everyone. I'll be here for a couple more minutes. That's good. I like to see a lot of people during these Q&As, monthly Q&As. But yeah, I do. I eventually want to phase out D&D 5e, and I want to run a Pathfinder game, a Starfinder game, and a basic D&D game. Those are the games that and splash in some Savage Worlds from time to time. That's what I want to do. Paul, you said, why did WotC choose to release Ravnica over something fans would have really wanted, like Dragonlance or Spelljammer? That's a good question. You should ask them that. But in my opinion, I think they did Ravnica because, let's face it, there's probably 20 times more Magic the Gathering players than there is D&D players. So if you put out something that's going to entice your other massive player base, because before 5e came out, if Wizards of the Coast didn't have Magic the Gathering, they probably would have went out of business. Let's face it. So with Magic the Gathering, you've got millions and millions of players that you can entice into D&D. So what better way to do that than to put out a Ravnica Magic the Gathering guide? I'm sure it's pulled in a lot of new Magic the Gathering fans. So, yeah. So that's my humble opinion on it. Lord Martarius says, are you getting the Pathfinder 2A Deluxe rulebook? No, I'm just going to get the regular one. Because I like the cover. I actually like the cover of the new Pathfinder book. And I'll probably have a couple to give away as well. Now you just got Ravnica for $20 at Barnes and Noble. That's cool. Yeah, I like the Ravnica races, like the Elephant Hybrid and the Minotaur. I would allow those races in my D&D 5e games. I would allow that. I mean, it's an official product. So sure, I would allow those. Why not? That's a good price though. $20 for a Ravnica book is really good. I think it's what, $29 on Amazon, whatever. It might be more now since it's been released, so. But I'll be on my Twitch channel tonight also, guys, at in about another 57 minutes or so. I'm going to have probably about 6 or 8 players in a video chat. We're going to all be talking about Dungeons and Dragons Classic. I'm excited about playing that game. I'm really excited. Really excited. I've always loved the world of Mystara, which is the known world of 3 continents and the interior part of the world, which is hollow, and it's called Hollow World. Yeah, I really like totally love D&D. Love D&D. And we are going to be playing it. So bring your character sheets. Notice that I said sheets. Any chance for Rollmaster? Yeah, Rollmaster's on there, Paul. Rollmaster was one of the first rule sets that was made. So yes, Rollmaster is available already, and Vampire the Masquerade is in development. And I can say that because we've already talked about that on Fantasy Grounds Fridays. But yeah, Vampire the Masquerade, or VTM, is in development. So all you gothics out there will love Vampire the Masquerade. As you dwell in the menagerie with the lightning crashing outside as the lights enter the room and light it briefly. As you're laying down on your couch being fed grapes by your succubus. Yeah, good move. Welcome to the big leagues, Paul Kersey. Welcome to the big leagues of virtual tabletops. Welcome to the big leagues. No more being in the minor leagues. Just wait till Unity comes out in the future. Holy cow. Yeah, you should. I recommend it. Bella, you got your copy for $50 on eBay. You are so lucky. Murder Hobo Show, you've been waiting for Vampire the Masquerade for 3 years? But you're not into VTM. You're more into ATM, right? Ah, I'm just kidding. Oh, you're waiting for Unity. I'm sorry. I thought it was something else. I'm sorry. Oh God. I like the totems, Chaos Killer. I like totems. She's doing good, man. She's a whole nother person now, man. She's getting around, and She's going to the senior center now, going to bingo and stuff a couple times a week. So I have to drive her there because she can't see. But at the end of the month, she's having her left eye done for cataract surgery. And then a couple weeks later, in the middle of April, she's going to have her other eye done. And then she's going to be back to her old self to where she'll be able to see. So I'm excited for her because I see her struggling very badly doing things because she just can't freaking see. So yeah. Oof. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Paul, the Fantasy Grounds Friday stream is on the Fantasy Grounds channel, twitch.tv/Fantasy Grounds. So follow that channel if you're not following it. And every Friday at noon Eastern, we go on. This Friday, I'll be looking at the Core RPG rule set. Core RPG. Crickets. I'm waiting for people to ask questions. Yeah, Paul, Rollmaster was one of the first rule sets that was available on Fantasy Grounds when the program launched. Way back in like 2004, 6, somewhere around there? Yeah, Core RPG. Basic, yeah, exactly. I mean, you can do attack strands, and it's not automated. I mean, it doesn't have any of the bells and whistles or anything, but it will do what you want it to do, and that's the whole point of having the Core RPG system available in Fantasy Grounds. Is they wanted something that you could play any system with. All right, so last call, everybody, for questions. Last call. Paul, yeah, I'll answer that. Probably not. Am I ever going to do dead systems like Eden or Rifts? No, probably not. I was never a fan of Rifts. I would do Savage Worlds Rifts, but I wouldn't do Palladium Rifts. No way, man. There's also one other game that I would like to fit in this year, which is Talislanta. I love Talislanta. That was the only game as a kid growing up in the 80s. That was the only game that we played consistently other than Dungeons and Dragons Classic and First Edition. Yeah, that's another game that I want to play. First Edition, Talislanta. That's a great game too. And you can also go, if you don't know what Talislanta is, you can it's Talislant. And you can go to Google and just Google Talislanta website. And every single book that they've ever put out is free. They're all in, you can get high definition, you can get massive PDF files that are in, massive file size, or you can get just regular PDFs, but they're all free. The Gazetteers, the players' books, everything. So go to the Talislanta website. It's an awesome game. I loved it growing up as a kid. It was really good. Hey, what's up, Bubonic? How's it going? Yeah, Talislanta's free, bud. Savage Rifts might be popular, but it's got tons of issues. I have no clue what the issues are because the only thing that I read was big numbers. I remember reading big numbers and Rifts, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I guess everybody would want to be a glitter boy, though. I would want to be the champion with the sword and the armor and stuff. That's what I would play in Rifts. But then again, I'm biased to playing clerics, paladins, and fighters in D&D. So that's what I would play. Probably not. If they're dead systems, probably not. Paul, I'll just be honest. Unless somebody makes it community, unless there's a community rule set. It probably won't become official. Savage Rips is top notch. And I know Murder Hobo Show, he runs a Savage Worlds Rifts game. I think he said he needs players too, don't you? I'm just kidding, Gary. Balance issues, huh? All right. I actually don't think there's any balance issues in Savage Worlds, to be honest, because it's all based on acing die. You know, if you're dice ace, there's nothing being advantageous. That's just being lucky, you know. I don't think there's any kind of, I don't think how anything's broken in Savage Worlds. I think it's a beautiful system. I mean, there may be some issues with individual settings, but that's not Savage Worlds' fault. Savage Worlds core rules is beautiful. There's going to be 3 new Rifts book. Hey, I'm glad to hear that because I like it when Savage Worlds settings are continued to be supporting, or continue to be supported. Maybe too late for that, Paul. Maybe a new edition of it. I don't know. Maybe to make it more streamlined. Maybe that's possible. And yes, Murder Hobo Show, acing dice are the best. Yep. Wise Guys. Yeah, that's going to be a good setting. That would be cool. Wise Guys. Forget about it. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been a very fun time talking with you. Thanks, everybody. There are a lot of people here tonight. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks, everybody, for your questions. And I've got one last thing to do. I need to check the post that I have on my Patreon page. And check out my Patreon page. You get all kinds of map downloads and stuff. So I don't have any questions for the Q&A. So I am done here. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be on here in about another 45 minutes or so on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/The Digital Dungeon Master. Well, the Digital DM. And I'm going to have a round table of about 8 individuals, anywhere between 6 and 8 individuals. And we are going to be talking about the new Dungeons and Dragons game that I'm going to be starting probably in April sometime. So thanks again, everybody. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in about another 45 minutes or so. So take it easy. Bye-bye, everybody.